Welcome to the Easy Gourmet. I'm your chef today, Michael Mercil. We've got some great guests with us today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Lori Thompson.
I'm Beth Friday.
And I'm Dom Savageau.
So thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
We actually have a new salad that I'm going to show you that we're doing at the Speakeasy, which is really, really good. And it's not on your traditional lettuce. We're doing it on a spinach. But it's going to be a chicken breast with a sesame seed breading. And we do actually lightly put that in the fryer for a little bit.
Okay.
Put it over a little spinach and top it with mandarin oranges, some wonton crisps, and a little purple cabbage. And I'm going to do a little bit of that without any gluten additives to it.
Nice.
I know.
So is it kind of like an oriental flair? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So I've got a fresh chicken breast here that we pounded out, and I'm going to slice it into some chicken strips. This is the same chicken strips that we use at the Speakeasy, just for our regular ones as well.
Okay.
Our chicken strips are homemade.
Oh, really?
They're insane. They're absolutely the best chicken strips you could ever possibly imagine.
I have never had them. I'll have to try them.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just crave some chicken strips, you know?
Absolutely.
So, I've got a chicken breast that I'm just putting in the sesame seeds, which
Black and white.
which will be gluten-free.
Thank
Great.
you.
And I'm going to drop this in the fryer right now so that it isn't going to mess with any of the flour that's already in there. I've got some clean grease over there.
Because normally you would do flour first,
Right.
then sesame next.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, because
gotcha.
the flour actually has a little seasoning in it.
Okay.
So,
What did you put in the flour?
this has got 13 herbs and spices.
Oh, nice.
2 more than KFC, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
So, I dredged the chicken right into the flour, and then I put it in the egg wash, and then we're going to put it into this sesame seeds.
And do you buy the sesames mixed like that, or do you mix black and white too? You mix black and white together? Okay.
I mix them both. Okay. And the thing is it's not cool enough with just the white, you know, so
Yeah.
it needs...
That's pretty. I think I'm going to do that. I use sesame seeds a lot, but I've only really used the white.
Yeah.
When
Do the black taste different, or are
No,
they?
no, they're just toasted.
Okay. I mainly use them when sushi, but
Yeah,
Always
no.
amazes me when you dredge things like that, and all of a sudden your fingers just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this on the lunch menu or the dinner menu?
This is on our lunch and dinner.
luncheon. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can have it for either.
Right.
Okay.
So how long do you have to leave the chicken in the fryer?
You want chicken to temp out at least 165. So
Okay.
if you have a thermometer, that's what I would do. A lot of times you can, if it starts to float, that's a really good sign that the chicken is done.
Okay.
Also, you know, if you cut into it to make sure that it's white throughout,
Sure.
then you'll know it's done as well. So those are 2 ways. But it looks really cool with the different
pretty.
colors,
It
you know.
does,
Yeah.
it's gorgeous.
So is it served on spinach at the Speakeasy as well?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it had to be something different because everybody does the same thing with the same lettuce. So
Right.
I think the spinach is really nice, and people really like. It's super healthy. People really like the spinach.
Yeah. I like the citrus taste with spinach. Like the.
Yeah.
I like
Oh.
that you have a mandarin orange on it, or.
Oh man, and orange is really nice, and then we're gonna top it off with an orange ginger vinaigrette,
Oh, okay.
which is
yeah.
really nice. So I'm gonna check out the chicken that I have in the fryer, and I'm gonna drop this, and I'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Easy Gourmet. So we are going to start building the salad, and I kind of like to take the nice big leaves and actually, try to make a nice arrangement around it. And I take the stems off of most of them, even though that's probably where most of the nutrition is. And I get a nice little bed of the spinach around the plate to kind of give it an outline.
So are you going to build the salad in the middle? Then?
Yeah, then we'll take a mound of the spinach afterwards and put it in the middle.
Okay.
But it gives it just a nice little flair here.
It makes for pretty presentation.
Yeah. This is a little more time consuming, but if you're doing this at home, it is gonna make your guests seem like you really know what you're doing.
So I have to ask you about your wontons. Did you make them or do you buy them?
I actually made them.
You made them?
Yeah.
I make wonton crisps too.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
No, I just fried them at the speakeasy earlier today.
Okay.
They're pretty easy to do.
Yeah, very easy. Slice up. A good way to use up wonton wrappers too if you have
Absolutely.
extra ones.
So I have an incredibly dumb question. What are wontons made out of?
Oh, it's
Now I have to ask all the time, so.
okay. Well, you know what? It's almost like the same kind of batter that you can't eat this, by
Okay.
the way. But
That's why I asked.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the same kind of batter that you would make a lot of noodles out of.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's just flour and egg, really. Well,
Yeah, I've never
I'm not
really
finding
looked on
any
the
pretty ones.
ingredients of a wonton, but
You'd be amazed when you start reading the ingredient list.
oh, I bet. Yeah.
What's all in it, huh?
What's all in things, yeah.
Well, you know, you can take wonton wrappers and make raviolis out of them if you wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've made chips. I've done cinnamon chips out of them. Yep, like dessert chips or whatever. They take just a minute to deep fry too. You have to watch them actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they're
very
really quick. Well, it's similar to like a flour tortilla.
Right, yeah,
you know,
very
and
quick.
they don't take very long at all. Let's take the stems
Picking all the
off.
best lettuce. You could probably use mixed greens on this too,
You
right?
absolutely could.
Yeah, that would look pretty too. Because with the
Yeah.
red cabbage, I know you're going to add. Sometimes
Well,
the
that's
mixed greens have
you know,
those
there was
in
so
it.
much green in the salad. You needed some color. You know, that was
Sure.
the thing with this salad. Having a little bit of color was so important.
Spring greens would be really good too.
Yeah.
With the chicken and the.
Yeah, spring greens for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna fluff this up just a little bit more.
I like this salad because there's no dairy, and I've got a dairy thing, so it's nice that this is one with no
Yeah.
cheese or nothing dairy
This is
on it.
one thing that doesn't have the cheese.
Yeah.
And almost every salad has a little cheese in
It
it.
does, yeah. I often say no cheese, so if you have a dairy issue, speaking of dietary restrictions, yeah, this is a great non-dairy salad.
Okay, this is looking pretty good here. I'm gonna check on the chicken while we're over here.
So is this just a regular home deep fryer, Michael?
It is.
Home use deep fryer? It's
Yeah.
pretty fancy though.
It is pretty fancy,
it is
huh?
fancy, I know.
So I'm gonna let the chicken drain over there. And we're just going to, put a little of the mandarin oranges all around it.
So if you didn't have mandarin oranges and you wanted to make this yourself, could you sub like
Anything.
strawberries or some other
Sure.
kind of sweet fruit?
Absolutely. Strawberries would be great.
Yeah.
Just even regular oranges would be great.
Sure,
The
orange
reason why I'm
slices.
using the oranges is because the dressing we're going to have
Right.
has a little orange flavor in it.
Yeah.
So you don't want something that isn't going to go well with the orange
Right.
or the ginger.
Right.
So, and I think that this goes really well with it.
Yeah.
We'll put this right in here, and then I have a knife where we're going to just slice. I have a little Roma tomato here. Now we'll place those around. And then, like I said with the chicken, if you were to cut into it, you could just cut a little in right here. And if you see how it's white all the way through, that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
And then we're just going to place the chicken in here. I think I'm going to bring the plate with me.
I thought he was sticking his hand in the deep fryer.
He probably has high heat
I know
tolerance after all
chefs-
those years.
Chefs don't have fingertips left anymore.
Yeah.
But that was a little extreme.
Right, and you can dice this up a little bit. We actually use a whole chicken breast with it,
It's amazing how much chicken that is.
isn't it? And this is just a 6 ounce breast.
But you pounded it, right?
Yeah, you pound it out, and that's where it gets to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And it bulks up with the breading on it.
Right.
That's pretty. Boy, that's a meal. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that nice looking?
Yeah.
So there we have it, and as you can see, when you cut into the chicken, it's white all the way. This one's a little more breading, but it's white all the way through. And that's the salad. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Very,
Pretty.
very well. Very, very pretty.
Yours is right here, by the way. I've been keeping an eye on it.
So what's in the dressing?
The dressing has a little tangerine, orange ginger.
And is this a speakeasy dressing?
It
that's
is a
made of
speakeasy dressing.
Okay. Yum. Oh, it looks pretty too.
We'll dress that afterwards, but it's a really nice combination to it. Well, then, the one thing I got to talk about again is our new lunch buffet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We have a new lunch buffet every day at the Speakeasy. Starting at 11, goes till 2 or 3, depending on the amount of people that we have. Each day is something different, but it's the same every week.
So
we
give
do-
us an example of like what did you have on it today?
Well, today today is because we have Quanas with us. We do something different. We had a chicken fried chicken with mashed potatoes, a veggie, a dessert bar, and a full salad bar with everything you can possibly imagine on there. Cottage cheese, 4 different kinds of salads. We have a coleslaw, a pasta salad, a potato salad, 6 different kinds of dressings, a bunch of fresh vegetables, peaches to go with your cottage cheese, garlic toast, and then soup. 2 different kinds of soup with it as well. So you can go in and just do the soup and salad bar. You can go in and do the whole buffet, or you can add the soup and salad bar to every meal. So that's kind of how we've decided to do it.
And this is just at lunchtime.
This is just at lunchtime.
Okay.
And where is it set up?
It's set up actually in the dining room.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We have a huge space at the Speakeasy. We can seat over 500 people there when we need to fill the whole space. When you figure the dining room and our banquet facilities. So, you know, we have plenty of room for it.
Right.
You know, and we put it into an area that it just fits perfectly and it's all ready to roll.
So the salad bar will stay the same and the hot meal portion will
Right.
change daily.
Yeah, and the salad bar might even change a little bit too. You know, we don't want to be so redundant. We want to always, you know, make sure that when people come in there, it's always a little something different.
Great.
Come and check out the new sesame seed chicken salad. You're going to love it. We'll see you next time on the Easy Gourmet.